what's going on everyone? JX Rico here, coming at you with a Blu-ray collection video update. It's been a couple years since my last collection update, and I've accumulated a lot of titles that don't have room on my shelf to fit on, so a lot of these Blu-rays will be unorganized. And you know, I'm just kind of have to roll with the punches and just kind of show you title by title like I did with my last video, but it won't be as organized as how they were before. So I'll still start off with my my genres, whatever my shelves are categorized by. You know, those will all be in order, but from there on, you know, all the loose stragglers like these ones on the side. And I have many more stacks that I have to get through that are just not organized by genre or alphabetically by title. So without further ado, let's just crack this thing and get this thing over with. So starting with my action and adventure, we have Two Guns, Drive, 8 Below, The Equalizer, Escape Plan, 8 Exit Wounds, Expendables, Expendables 2, Expendables 3, Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Faster, Gangster Squad, The Equalizer, not The Equalizer, The Getaway, I don't know how I got The Equalizer, The Gladiator, GoldenEye, Gone in 60 Seconds, Hannah, Immortals, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Italian Job, Jack Reacher, John Wick, 127 Hours, 300 Rise of the Empire, Action Jackson, 13 Assassins. Shout out to Minus the Beard for hooking it up with the slip. The A-Team, Anaconda, Armageddon. This is the Arnie triple pack with Commando, Predator, and the Terminator, which is not the remastered version. Bad Boys, Assault on Precinct 13, the remake. Big Trouble in Little China, Blue Thunder, Boondock Saints, The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, The Bourne Ultimatum, The Bourne Legacy, Bullet to the Head, Casino Royale, A Company Man, Con Air, Classic Cage, The Count of Monte Cristo, one of my favorite films of all time, Dante's Peak, Disaster Flick, and Dr. No. Next up we have Killer, King Kong, Night and Day, The Last Stand, Little Big Soldier with Jackie Chan, The Mask of Zorro and The Legend of Zorro, The Maze Runner, Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible 4, Ghost Protocol, Mortal Kombat, The Mummy Trilogy, National Treasure, National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets, Need for Speed, Night at the Museum, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, Non-Stop, Classic Stallone, Over the Top, Pain and Gain, Pirates in the Caribbean, this is the 4-movie collection, Point Break, Public Enemies, Rambo First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, Rambo, this is the Riddick, the complete collection, Robin Hood, 2010 release, Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, Skyfall, Snitch, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, Speed Double Pack 1 and 2, Street Fighter, The Three Musketeers, The Towering Inferno, The Town. This is the triple pack with Twister, Poseidon, and The Perfect Storm, Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, War of the Arrows, The Warriors, and White House Down. So that concludes my action and adventure, and I'll continue on with my comedy. 21 Jump Street, 48 Hours, About Last Night, and St. Elmo's Fire. About Last Night, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, Adventures in Babysitting, Airheads, American Graffiti, American Pie 2, American Wedding, American Reunion, An American Tale, Bachelor Party, Be Kind Rewind, Best Man Holiday, Better Off Dead, Beverly Hills Cop, Big Daddy, Black Knight, Black Sheep, Blind Date, The Blues Brothers, The Breakup, and The Breakfast Club, Bridesmaids, Bring It On, Bucket List, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Bull Durham, Bulletproof, Catch Me If You Can, Chasing Amy, Clerks, Clue, Clueless, Coming to America, Crazy Stupid Love, Crocodile Dundee double pack with Dundee 1 and 2, Do the Right Thing, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, Due Date, Dumb and Dumber, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This is the double feature of Fatherhood and Life with Mikey, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Flintstones, Next Friday, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Grown Ups, Hangover Part 3, Happy Feet, Harold and Kumar, Escape from Guantanamo Bay, The Heat, Heavyweights, Here Comes the Boom, John Cusack, High Fidelity, Home Alone Part 2, Lost in New York, How to Marry a Millionaire, Jay and Bob Strike Back, The Jerk, Jingle All the Way, Killers, King of Comedy, Kings of Summer, The Lego Movie, Liar Liar, License to Drive, Life, The Little Rascals, Lucas, MacGruber, Mallrats, Mean Girls, Meet the Parents, The Misfits, Mrs. Doubtfire, My Cousin Vinny, The Naked Gun, National Lampoon's Vacation, National Lampoon's European Vacation, National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Neighbors, The Nutty Professor, The Other Guys, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pineapple Express, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Replacements, Revenge of the Nerds, Ride Along, Road Trip, Rush Hour 3, School of Rock, a double pack of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, 16 Candles, Slapshot, Superbad, Ted, Something About Mary, Think Like a Man 2, This Christmas, This Is the End, The Three Amigos, Tommy Boy, Trading Places, Tropic Thunder, The Truman Show, Uncle Buck, The Waterboy, Weekend at Bernie's, We're the Millers, Weird Science, Yes Man, Zombieland, and Zookeeper. This concludes my comedy section. Alright, so next up is my dark comedy. We have 50-50, American Beauty, American Psycho, An American Werewolf in London, Battle Royale. I believe this is the complete collection. Beetlejuice, Cabin in the Woods, The Cable Guy, Donnie Darko, Edward Scissorhands, Escape from Tomorrowland, Fargo, The Gremlins, In Bruges, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 2, Killing Them Softly. Actually, I don't know why this is in here. The Lost Boys, Natural Born Killers, Project X, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, The Seven Psychopaths, and Snatch. So next up we have drama, 12 Years a Slave, 8 Mile, All Is Lost, American Gangster, American Hustle, American History X, American President, Amistad, Antoine Fisher, Apollo 13, Argo, The Aviator, Awakenings, Backdraft, Belly, Black Beauty, Black Stallion, Blow, The Bodyguard, The Boiler Room, Boyhood, Boys in the Hood, The Butler, Capote, Casino, Castaway, Chef, Children of Men, Cocktail, Color of Money, Courage Under Fire, Crazy Heart, Dallas Buyers Club, Dead Poet Society, Diner, Dragon the Bruce Lee Story, The English Patient, A Few Good Men, Fighter, Finding Neverland, Flight, Foxcatcher, Fried Green Tomatoes, Fruitvale Station, Fly Away Home, Forrest Gump, Gangs of New York, Get Carter, Ghost, Good Will Hunting, Goodfellas, The Great Debaters, The Great Gatsby, The Guardian, The Help, Her, Hitchcock, The Horse Whisperer, The Hunt, The Hurricane, Into the Wild, Inside Llewyn Davis, J. Edgar, Joe, Joy Luck Club, The Judge, Ladder 49, The Last King of Scotland, Lawless, Legends of the Fall, Life is Beautiful, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, Men of Honor, Menace to Society, and Mud, Maryland, The Master, Nebraska, No Country for Old Men, The Outsiders, Paid in Full, Pearl Harbor, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Philomena, The Place Beyond the Pines, Pleasantville, The Preacher's Wife, Pursuit of Happiness, Rain Man, Ray, The Reality Bites, Risky Business, A River Runs Through It, The River Why, Rounders, Rover, Seabiscuit, 7 Pounds, Sleepers, Slender Thread with Sidney Poitier, Sling Blade, The Social Network, Soldier's Story, Spike Lee joint has 25th Hour and He Got Game, Stand By Me, Thelma and Louise, The Theory of Everything, There Will Be Blood, Titanic, Top Gun, True Romance, The Untouchables, Varsity Blues, The Verdict, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, The Way Way Back, What Dreams May Come, and last, The Words. Alright, so next up will be my science fiction collection. Alright, so Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Bedtime Stories, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Birdman, Casper, Christmas Carol, Chronicle, Cloud Atlas, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, Contact, Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, Dreamcatcher, E.T., The Fly, Frequency, The Frighteners, Ghostbusters, Godzilla, Gravity, Harry and the Hendersons, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Jumanji, The Last Action Hero, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Hocus Pocus, Hook, How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon 2, In Time, then Inception, The Incredible Mr. Olympia, Independence Day, Looper, Men in Black, Minority Report, Monster House, Miracle on 34th Street, The Never-Ending Story, The Never-Ending Story 2, Pacific Rim, The Page Master, Pan's Labyrinth, Phenomenon, Polar Express, Predators, Predator 2, Prince of Persia, Princess Bride, Project X, Prometheus, Planet of the Apes, Dawn, Planet of the Apes, RoboCop, The Rocketeer, Safety Not Guaranteed, Saving Mr. Banks, Space Jam, Star Trek Into the Darkness, Stardust, Super 8, Teen Wolf, Time Bandits, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Triple Pack, Terminator, the Remastered Edition, T2 Judgment Day, The Thing, remake. No, not side. The sequel remake. Alright, the sequel to the original. The Thing, the original. Total Recall remake. Or not remake, remastered. Total Recall remake. Transformers. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Transformers Dark of the Moon. Tremors. Underworld Evolution. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. War Games. The World's End. Where the Wild Things Are. Next up on my shelf will be the horror section. So 28 Days Later, The Amityville Horror, Arachnophobia, The Bad Seed, Black Christmas, the original, Carrie, the original, Carrie, the remake, Children of the Corn, The Conjuring, The Crazies, Cujo, Dawn of the Dead, Deep Blue Sea, The Descent, The Fog, The Haunting, the original, Halloween 2, Halloween 2 remake, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, The Curse of Michael Myers, no, The Revenge of Michael Myers, The Hills Have Eyes, The Hills Have Eyes 2, House of Wax, The Innkeepers, Insidious, Jeepers Creepers Double Pack, Joyride, Lake Placid, Mama, Misery, Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, The Omen, the original, Omen, the remake, Orphan, Paranormal Activity, Paranormal Activity 2, Paranormal Activity 3, Paranormal Activity 4, the marked ones, Pet Sematary, The Ring, The Rite, this is the Scream collection, Scream 4, The Shining, Sinister, The Sixth Sense, Sleepaway Camp, Stir of Echoes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, Trick or Treat, Vacancy, The Watcher, When a Stranger Calls, and Happy Birthday to Me, double pack, White Noise, Whiteout, and Wolfman. So the next selection of titles on my shelf are the thrillers, Air Force One, Arlington Road, Blood Diamond, triple pack of Body Lies, Edge of Darkness, and Pride and Glory, The Bone Collector, Broken City, Brooklyn's Finest, The Brothers, Buried, Butterfly Effect, Chinatown, The Client, Cliffhanger, Collateral, The Company You Keep, Congo, Conspiracy Theory, Contraband, Conversation, Copland, Crimson Tide, Daylight, Death Wish, Dial M for Murder, Disturbia, Doubt, The Drop, Eastern Promises, End of Watch, Enemy of the State, Executive Decision, Face Off, Fallen, Fear, Fight Club, The Firm, Fracture, Frailty, The French Connection, The Fugitive, Gone Baby Gone, Gone Girl, The Gray, The Guest, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Hannibal, Heat, High Crimes, Homefront, Insomnia, John Q, Kindergarten Cop, Leon the Professional, Man on Fire, Marathon Man, The Negotiator, New Jack City, Nightcrawler, Now You See Me, Olympus Has Fallen, 1 Hour Photo, Only God Forgives, Out of the Furnace, Outbreak, Passenger 57, Primal Fear, Prisoners, Out of Time, Ransom, The River Wild, The Rock, Running Scared, SWAT, 7, Shooter, Side Effects, The Siege, Silence of the Lambs, triple pack of Speed, Broken Arrow, and Entrapment, State of Play, Stoker, Strangers on a Train, Taken, Taken 2, Taken of Pelham 1, 2, 3, Takers, The Talented Mr. Ripley, Three Kings, Tightrope, A Time to Kill, Training Day, U-571, Unknown, Unthinkable, Great film, Vertical Limit, Winter's Bone, and Zodiac. So next up is my romance collection, 500 Days of Summer, An Affair to Remember, 10 Things I Hate About You, 51st Dates, Annie Hall, Before Midnight, Begin Again, The Best Years of Our Lives, Blue Valentine, The Bridges of Madison County, Chocolat, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Fault in Our Stars, Friends with Benefits, Garden State, Going the Distance, Gone with the Wind, the 75th anniversary edition. Ghost of Mare, Grass is Greener, Hitch, Hope Floats, Jerry Maguire, Just Right, Kate and Leopold, Labor Day, The Lake House, Letter to the Three Wives, Love and Basketball, Magic Town, Manhattan, My Best Friend's Wedding, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Never Been Kissed, Notting Hill, Overboard, Pretty Woman, Say Anything, Serendipity, She's All That, Silver Linings Playbook, Sleepless in Seattle, Spectacular Now, That Touch of Mink, A Time Traveler's Wife, The Wedding Singer, Wild River, The Vow, and You've Got Mail. Next up in my collection is the classics, so stay tuned. All right, so African Queen, All About Eve, The Apartment, The Bishop's Wife, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Bullet, Bus Stop, Call of the Wild, Cape Fear, Casablanca, The Cincinnati Kid, Cool Hand Luke, Death Set, The Diary of Anne Frank, It's a Wonderful Life, Fantastic Voyage, Father Goose, From Here Until Eternity, or From Here to Eternity, Gentleman's Agreement, The Graduate, Harvey, In the Heat of the Night, How Green Was My Valley, Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye, Lolita, The Maltese Falcon, The Men, with Marlon Brando, Miracle on 34th Street, The Mountain with Spencer Tracy and Robert Wagner, Niagara, Ocean's 11, Only Angels Have Wings, out of print TCM title, Operation Petticoat, Out of the Past with Robert Mitchum, Panic in the Streets, Paris Blues, Penny Serenade, The Quiet Man, Sabrina, The 7-Year Itch with Marilyn Monroe, The Three Faces of Eve with Joanne Woodward, The Three Faces of West with To Catch a Thief, Vaughn Ryan's Express with Frank Sinatra, and Witness for the Prosecution. Next up is my Westerns collection, so stay tuned. So 310 to Yuma, Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, Big Country, Big Jake, City Slickers. This is the 3 classic Westerns with Hondo, Once Upon a Time in the West, and True Grit. Django, Duck You Sucker, aka A Fistful of Dynamite, Dole at Diablo, Hang 'em High, High Noon, High Plains Drifter, Joe Kidd, Johnny Guitar, The Lawless 90s with John Wayne, McClintock, Once Upon a Time in the West, Tail Rider, The Professional, The Quick and the Dead, River of No Return, Rooster Cogburn, The Searchers, Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Night, Shane, Tombstone, Treasure of Sierra Madre, True Grit the remake, Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Unforgiven, Via Zapita with Marlon Brando, The War Wagon, The Wild Bunch, and Young Guns. Next up is my war films, so stay tuned. So Act of Valor, Behind Enemy Lines, Born on the 4th of July, Braveheart, A Bridge Too Far, Dances with Wolves, Das Boot, Flags of Our Fathers, Grapes of Wrath, Great Escape, Hotel Rwanda, The Kingdom, The Last of the Mohicans, The Last Samurai, Lawrence of Arabia, Letters from Iwo Jima, Master and Commander, Midway, The Patriot, Patton, Platoon, Ron, Red Dawn, Red Tails, Saving Private Ryan, Tears of the Sun, 12 O'Clock High, Tora Tora Tora, Warhorse, War and Peace, We Were Soldiers, and Zero Dark 30. So next up are my musicals, so stay tuned. So Drumline, The Five Heartbeats, Flashdance, Footloose, Footloose the remake, Funny Face, Gentlemen's Prefer Blondes, Grease, Holiday Inn, Jersey Boys, King and I, Les Mis, The Music Man, Music of the Heart, My Fair Lady, Notorious, Oklahoma, Pitch Perfect, Rockstar. That's not really a musical, it's more like a drama. Saturday Night Fever, Sister Act and Sister Act 2, Some Like It Hot, No Business Like Show Business, West Side Story, Whiplash, White Christmas, Young at Heart. Next up are my sports films, so stay tuned. So 42, 61, Any Given Sunday, Basketball Diaries, Coach Carter, Draft Day, Driven, Field of Dreams, Friday Night Lights and The Express, Grand Prix, The Greatest Game Ever Played, Gridiron Gang, Happy Gilmore, Hoosiers, Invincible, with Vince Papale, A League of Their Own, Glory Road, Grudge Match, Major Leagues, Miracle, Moneyball, The Natural. I'm not going to show that one. It's the Super Bowl XLV champs of the New Orleans Saints. I got this for free. Raging Bull, Remember the Titans, The Rookie, Rudy, Rush, The Sandlot, Trouble with the Curve, Warrior, We Are Marshall, and White Man Can't Jump. So next up are my martial arts films, so stay tuned. We have a triple pack of Steven Seagal, Above the Law, Under Siege, and Under Siege 2, and Black Dynamite. A pack of Bloodsport and Time Cop. A triple pack of Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Double Impact. Enter the Dragon. My very first Blu-ray ever. Hard to Kill, Hard Target, Karate Kid. No, actually, this is the remake Karate Kid. Original Karate Kid Part 2, Kickboxer, Kiss of the Dragon, Kung Fu Panda 2, Legend of the Drunken Master, Legend of the Fist, Ninja Assassin, Ong Bak 2, Ong Bak 3, The Protector, The Quest, The Raid 2, The Replicant, Romeo Must Die, Universal Soldier, and the Van Damme 5 movie collection, which includes Hard Target, The Quest, Street Fighter, Sudden Death, and Lionheart. So next up are my Marvel superhero collection, followed by some documentaries, so stay tuned. So The Amazing Spider-Man, The Avengers, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman the Movie, Blade, Blade 2, Captain America, The Crow, The Dark Knight, The Green Hornet, Kick-Ass, Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Kick-Ass 2, The Mask, Thor, Wolverine, X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men The Last Stand, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, X-Men First Class, Wolverine and the X-Men, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, The Travels of a Tribe Called Quest, Blackfish, Marley, I Am Bruce Lee, and This Is It. Next, we'll tap into my steelbooks, and then followed by my Disney movie collection, so stay tuned. Alright, so we have 22 Jump Street, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Anchorman 1 and 2, Apocalypse Now, Batman Assault of Arkham, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition, The Burbs, Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain Phillips, Cinderella, A Christmas Story, The Departed, Django Unchained, Edge of Tomorrow, Evil Dead the Remake, Fast and the Furious 6, Fury, Godzilla, The Goonies, Guardians of the Galaxy, Hangover Part 2, Jumanji, Lawless, Lone Survivor, Justice League War, Saving Private Ryan, Scarface, Seven Samurai, The Shawshank Redemption, Son of Batman, The Transformers Age of Extinction, War of the Worlds, The Wolf of Wall Street. Moving on to my Disney collection, 101 Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure, Alice in Wonderland, The Lion King, The Aristocats, Atlantis, Beauty and the Beast, Big Hero 6, Christmas Carol, Dumbo, The Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove, Finding Nemo, Fox and the Hound Part 1 and 2, Frozen, Hercules, Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Incredibles, Lilo and Stitch 1 and 2, The Jungle Book, Maleficent, Mary Poppins, The Little Mermaid, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, Monsters Inc., Mulan 1 and 2, Lady and the Tramp, Oliver and Company, Peter Pan, Return to Neverland, Pinocchio, Planes, Fire and Rescue, Pocahontas 1 and 2, Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under, Robin Hood, Sleeping Beauty, Sword and Stone, Tarzan, Toy Story, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Wreck-It Ralph, and Up. Alright, so next up is my Criterion collection, so stay tuned. Seven Samurai, the DVD, Seven Samurai Blu-ray, Armor Cord, 400 Blows, A Night to Remember, Seventh Seal, RoboCop, Samurai Trilogy, High and Low, Picnic at Hanging Rock, M, Diabolique, Wages of Fear, Branded to Kill, Tokyo Story, Tokyo Drifter, Lord of the Flies, Yojimbo Sanjiro Blu-ray Pack, Charade, Black Narcissus, The Hidden Fortress, Rashomon, Throne of Blood, Tokyo Story DVD, Battle of Algiers, Kagemusha, Sword of Doom DVD. You got this 25th anniversary of the Kiri Kurosawa, Jewels and Gem, Harakiri, Late Spring, Dazed and Confused, Ace in the Hole, Breathless, The Ice Storm, Spy Who Came In From the Cold, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Howard's End, White Dog, Paris, Texas, The Fugitive Kind, Stagecoach, Thin Red Line, The Magician, Paths of Glory, House, The Night of the Hunter, Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times, The Sweet Smell of Success, Blowout, Pale Flower, Kiss Me Deadly, The Killing, 12 Angry Men, Godzilla, Three Outlaw Samurai, Anatomy of a Murder, On the Waterfront, The Gold Rush, The Game, Purple Noon, Devil's Backbone, City Lights, Thief, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, Foreign Correspondent, King of the Hill, The Fantastic Mr. Fox, Red River, A Hard Day's Night, Scanners, Rashomon, The Innocents, My Darling Clementine, and It Happened One Night. So next up is my Digibook collection, and followed by my TV show collection, so stay tuned. Alright, so All About Eve, All the President's Men, An Affair to Remember, Batman, The Big Lebowski, Blade Runner, Buck Privates, Abbott and Costello, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, Cleopatra, Color Purple, Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, East of Eden, Empire of the Sun, E.T., The Exorcist, Full Metal Jacket, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Giant, Goodfellas, The Green Mile, Halloween, The Hustler, Jaws, JFK, King Kong, Malcolm X, Man of Steel, North by Northwest, The Outlaw of Josie Wells, Pillow Talk, Poltergeist, Rebel Without a Cause, The Right Stuff, The Shawshank Redemption, Schindler's List, which is more of a digipack, The Sound of Music, Star is Born with Judy Garland, The Sting, To Kill a Mockingbird, Viva Las Vegas, The Secret of Walter Mitty, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Out of Africa, A Streetcar Named Desire, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So we have The Dick Van Dyke Show, then we have The Twilight Zone, the complete series, then we have Bates Motel, Workaholic Season 1 and 2, Fargo Season 1, True Detective, The Walking Dead Season 1, The Walking Dead Season 2, The Walking Dead Season 3, and The Walking Dead Season 4. And then we have Boardwalk Empire for Season 1 and Boardwalk Empire Season 2. That concludes my Digibooks and my Steelbooks. So we're moving on to box sets, and then on to I'm gonna hit up my special collector's edition sets last, after the stragglers. And what I mean by stragglers are the ones that aren't on my shelf or in any particular order. So you're gonna see a bunch of like Digibooks, Criterions, a bunch of Amurays, just basic catalog titles, and so forth. So just stay tuned for that. So next up again is my box sets, and then I'm gonna move on to my stragglers. All right, so stay tuned. We have the Amityville Horror Trilogy, Chucky the Complete Collection, Nightmare on Elm Street Complete Collection, Leprechaun the Complete Collection, Mel Brooks Collection, Touch of Evil, Double Indemnity. We have the Hitchcock Triple Pack, The Notorious, Rebecca, and Spellbound, and World War Z. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 25th Anniversary Collector's Edition. We have the Horror Classics Collection with Dracula, Frankenstein, and Wolf. The Alien Collection. This is just another steelbook of Captain America. This is the Dirty Harry Collection. We have the Friday the 13th Collection. The Halloween Collection. We have the Goonies Collector Set. Family Guy Trilogy with Star Wars. RoboCop. Wizard of Oz 3D. The Man with No Name Trilogy. Thanks for watching. This is Star Wars 456. Yo, signing out. The Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. We have the Dark Knight Trilogy. Superman Anthology. The Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. We have the Terminator set. One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is the collector set. Citizen Kane set. This is the Jack Ryan collection, which includes Patriot Games, the Hunt for Red October, Clear and Present Danger, and The Sum of All Fears. We have the John Wayne collection, which includes The Big Trail, The Barbarian and the Geisha, The Horse Soldiers, North to Alaska, the Comancheros, The Longest Day, and The Undefeated. We have the Indiana Jones Complete Adventures. We have the Matrix Complete Collection. We have the Godfather Collection, the Rocky Collection with the remaster of Rocky. We have the Harry Potter Collection, the Ultimate Gangsters Collection, which includes Little Caesar, The Public Enemy, the Petrified Force, and White Heat. Then we have the Classic Monsters, the Essential Collection, Taxi Driver Digipack. We have the Magnificent Seven Collection. We have the Lethal Weapon Collection. We have the Enter the Dragon Special Collector's Edition. Close Encounters of the Third Kind Special Edition Collection. We have the Die Hard 25th Anniversary Collection. Then we have the Die Hard Legacy Collection. The Steve McQueen Collection, which includes The Great Escape, The Magnificent Seven, The Thomas Crown Affair, and The Sand Pebbles. Then we have the West Side Story. This is the 50th Anniversary Edition. Then we have the Bridge on the River Kauai. This is more like a digipack. Then we have the Back to the Future collection. We have the Steven Spielberg Directors Collection. Then we have the Clint Eastwood, the Universal Pictures 7 movie collection, which includes Two Meals for Sister Sarah, Joe Kidd, High Plains Drifter, Coogan's Bluff, The Beguiled, Play Misty for Me, and the Eiger Sanction. Then we have the Zatoichi collection. And then we have the Back to the Future, the Complete Adventures collection, which is the light up flux capacitor. That concludes my section for all my box sets. And so moving on, we're going to go on to the Stragglers, which is all the titles that I accumulated from the past couple years, or just the titles that don't fit on my shelf. So yeah, stay tuned. Starting off with The Revenant, the Game of Thrones, the first season, the Steelbook, Game of Thrones, the second season, Steelbook, Game of Thrones complete third season with the bonus disc, Game of Thrones complete fourth season, Game of Thrones complete fifth season, then another Back to the Future set. Then we got the Hunger Games. I actually won this in the contest. I forgot to show this off, but I guess I should, show it off in my collector sets. We have Remember the Night, Coma, Monty Python and Holy Grail, The Train Robbers, John Wayne, Cahill, United States Marshal, An Autumn Afternoon, Criterion, Interstellar Steelbook, Spirited Away, Hoop Dreams, Blind Women's Curse, Arrow Video, Biodome, Olive Films, Poltergeist 2 and 3, District 9, Manchurian Candidate, Days of Anger, Batman, This is the Dark Knight Returns Blu-ray DVD. This is actually old. I forgot to show these off. So these are Best Buy exclusives. Fright Night, Floating Weeds, Masters of Cinema, The Lost Weekend, Road Warrior, Mad Max, Retaliation, Kingsman, Hot Tub Time Machine, Toy Story 2, Rio Bravo, The Astronaut's Wife, Days of Thunder, City of Angels, The Love Bug, Herbie Rides Again, Interstellar Digibook, Interstellar Neopack. And then we have Joy 4K, Deadpool 4K, The Revenant 4K, Pineapple Express 4K, Pictures of Dorian Gray, Passage to Marciel, Possessed, The Big Sleep. For all my classics, Murder My Sweet. Then we have Out of Print Monster Squad, Urban Legend, Trumbo, Misery, Cinderella, The Good Dinosaur, Kingpin, Zoolander, Howard the Duck, Earthquake, Mr. Brooks, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I Know What You Did Last Summer, It Man, It Man 2, we have The Hateful Eight Steelbook, The Last Witch Hunter, Scorch Trials, Back to the Future Trilogy, Southpaw, Elysium, Ant-Man, Edward Scissorhands, Spectra, Straight Outta Compton, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Ted 2. We have 5 Easy Pieces, The Great Dictator, The Graduate, Days of Heaven, and this is a Masters of Cinema, Oni Baba, Only Angels Have Wings, Ikiru, Quiet On, Last Samurai, Ride the Pink Horse, 24 Eyes, Good Morning, The Bridge, Make Way for Tomorrow, The Killers, Hiroshima Mon Amour, Eyes Without a Face, The Friends of Eddie Coyle, Kess, Death by Hanging, Charlie Chaplin's Limelight, Ivan's Childhood, Vivre sa vie, Savier, I don't know, The Black Stallion, La Dolce Vita, The Uninvited, and we have Selma, The Vengeance is Mine, Sancho the Bailiff, La Ventura, La Eclipse, and La Notte. We have The Singing Detective, all the films, Kill the Messenger, Black Mass, Steve Jobs, The Walk, a true story, Of Mice and Men, all the films, In the Heart of the Sea, The Blind Swordsman, Zatoichi, Dead Calm, Try and Get Me, Starman, Star Wars The Force Awakens Walmart Edition, Star Wars The Force Awakens the regular edition, The Happiness of the Katakiris, Pit Stop, these are all Arrow Video, 12 Monkeys, Goosebumps, Terminator Genesis, Starship Troopers, Battle of LA, District 9 with a Slip, Ex Machina, Charlie's Angels, Payback, this is the theatrical and director's cut, Furious 7, San Andreas, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, No Escape, X-Men Rogue Cut, The Avengers, The Notebook, Maid of Honor, The Craft, 30 Days of Night, Stephen King's The Mist, It Follows, and we have Aladdin, Tomorrowland, Inside Out, Snow White, Aladdin, Toy Story The Time That Forgot, Bonnie and Clyde, Driving Miss Daisy, My Fair Lady, The Scorch Trials, A Clockwork Orange, You Can't Take It With You. This is the Looney Tunes Platinum Collection Volume 1 from Up on Poppy Hill. My Neighbor Totoro, La Grande Illusion, Paranorman, The Lady from Shanghai, TCM edition, An American in Paris, Never Sleep Again documentary, Marley again, Pitch Perfect 2, 1776, Secondhand Lion, The Mean Season, The Illusionist, LA Confidential, Pressure Point, The Good Shepherd, Bridge of Spies, Once Upon a Time in America, Daniel, all the films, Everest, Conviction, The Ides of March, Sidney Poitier, The Organization, Sidney Poitier, and They Call Me Mr. Tibbs, To Start With Love, Sidney Poitier, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, I Confess, The Wrong Man, Suspicion, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Father of the Bride, Key Largo, The Caine Mutiny, the Frank Sinatra collection, which includes Anchors Away, On the Town, Guys and Dolls, Ocean's 11, and Robin and the Seven Hoods. You got Mad Max, Bad Boys 1 and 2, Concussion, The Deer Hunter, Glory, Fearless, Me, Earl and the Dying Girl, The Gift, Jurassic World, The Martian, Max, Woodlawn, Sneakers, My Girl, True Story, Paper Towns, The Hateful Eight, OK Corral, The Man Who Shot Liberty Vance, Jackie Chan's First Strike, Rumble in the Bronx, Showdown in Little Tokyo, Dark Passage, Old Yeller, Return from Witch Mountain, Escape to Witch Mountain, Pollyanna. Then we have the Clint Eastwood 20 film collection. This is all his directorial films. Odd Man Out, Predestination, Jurassic Park Ultimate Collection, Rescue Dawn, Taken 3, Whiplash Steelbook, Harry and Son, all the films, The Wild One with Marlon Brando, The Sound of Music, Tora Digibook, The Sands of Iwo Jima, Jito Dreams of Sushi, The Longest Day, El Dorado, Wyatt Earp, City of God, AI Artificial Intelligence, Broken Trail, Fort Apache, Cape Fear Remake, Interstellar Steelbook, The Corruptor, The Terminator, The Red Case, Don't Look Now, Criterion, The Breakfast Club, The Babadook, Most Violent Year, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Sunset Boulevard, Apollo 13 Remastered, Chinatown with a Slip, Massacre Gun, Arrow Video, All Quiet on the Western Front Digibook, American Sniper Steelbook, Unbroken Steelbook, The Sound of Music, The Imitation Game, I Saw the Devil, Chappie Steelbook, Paddington, Target exclusive, The Edge, City of Angels, Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke, The Wind Rises, Miami Connection, Grave of the Fireflies, The Avengers Age of Ultron, The Guest, this is an extra copy, Raging Bull, extra copy, The Man with No Name Trilogy, extra, The Human Condition, Criterion, Office Space, An Officer and Gentleman, Wings of Desire, Criterion, Ip Man, Sicario, Matilda, Golden State Warriors, that's DVD, The Last Dragon, Identity, Christine, The Faculty, Escape from Alcatraz, Kingdom of Heaven, Thrashin', that's all the films, Johnny Be Good, all the films, Fled, all the films, Baby It's You, all the films, Wild Things, all the films, Street Smart, all the films, Criminal Law, all the films, Cemetery Without Crosses, Arrow Video, Blast from the Past, Free Willy, Christmas in Connecticut, Christmas Vacation, Steelbook, The Cobbler, Age of Adeline, My Name is Nobody, Spy, Good Burger, that's DVD, Goodfellas, Remastered, Collector's Edition, Mississippi Burning, The Last Detail, State of Grace, The Vanishing, Separate Tables, Marty, Outlaw Gangster VIP Collection, Batman Under the Red Hood, Troop Beverly Hills, State of Grace, John Carpenter's Vampires, Judgment at Nuremberg, Inherit the Wind, The Hollow, The Intern, Attack the Block, Secret in Their Eyes, Spotlight, A Beautiful Mind and a Cinderella Man, 7 Days of Utopia, Creed Steelbook, Legend, Room, Lilies of the Field, A Walk in the Woods, Crimson Peak, Mrs. Miniver, Dillinger, Witness, Mulholland Drive. This is the Van Damme 5 movie collection, which includes Maximum Risk, Double Team, Universal Soldier: The Return, The Hard Corps, and Second in Command. Some animes, Afro Samurai, Tokyo Ghoul first season, Samurai Champloo, Attack on Titan Digibook, that's number 2, Attack on Titan number 1, The Night Before, My Boyfriend's Back, Strange Brew, Dope, Working Girl, The Land Before Time, Minions, Elf, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Indian in the Cupboard, Peanuts Movie, Pixels, Uptown Girls, Olive Films, Mutiny on the Bounty with Marlon Brando, The Usual Suspects, Ever After, When Harry Met Sally, Lust for Life with Kirk Douglas, Harry Brown, Agent Cody Banks, Agent Cody Banks 2, Olive Films, coming soon by the way, on May 24th, Along Came Polly, We Are Still Here, underrated horror film, Ip Man Trilogy, As Above So Below, love that film, The Big Short, The Howling, Pumpkinhead, People Under the Stairs, All Scream Factory, Escape from New York, and Class of 1984. That concludes all my stragglers. Next up, I'll show you the finale, which is all my collector's edition sets, and that will conclude my collection video. So next up is my special edition collector sets, so stay tuned. Alright, so we have this Indiana Jones The Complete Adventures. This includes just a bunch of extras. We have the Bond 50 collection, Casablanca collector set, Singing in the Rain collector set. We have another Gone with the Wind collector set. This in with this T2 head, the Independence Day spaceship, and we have the ET spaceship. Just want to include these in. I got the Indiana Jones Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles, whatever you want to call it. I got the Marty McFly Hot Toys, and then last but not least, the Jurassic Park limited edition collection. Just the back, this is the front. Probably can't see that with the glare. Then we have the Jerry Lewis Nutty Professor, and the Sound of Music box collector set. We got the Legacy of the Bruce Lee collection. For the Criterion's was the Rebel Samurai collection, which includes Samurai Rebellion, Sword of the Beast, Samurai Spy, and Kill. So that concludes my complete overview of my collection. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming it. Overall, my collection continues to grow, and I'm moving out pretty soon, so stay tuned for a collector's or more of a movie room update. Hopefully I'll have all my movies more well organized than I do now, than the ones in the back, which are all categorized by genre in alphabetical order. So yeah, just let me know if you want to see another video with my DVDs, my separate videos. If not, then enjoy this one because it took a while to make.